Okay, so I thought I'd do an off the bat kind of review on the Samsung U28H750 28-inch Ultra HD 4K monitor. Now the reason I'm just trying to get a bit of the border on it. It's like a brushed steel border along the bottom here, with a like darkish matte black at the top. You won't be able to see that because of the desk it's in at the moment. But yeah, I thought I'd do a review on these monitors because when I was shopping around for a 4K monitor for this beast and this beast, I couldn't find anything. Well, couldn't find anything that was HDR for a monitor, which you still can't for a reasonable price. Anyway, I found these monitors, 4K, 60 Hz, 28 inch, so a good size with 1 millisecond response time, grey to grey, and decided that's it. I'm going to jump in, well, a leap of faith as such for these two, well, for one monitor. Got it back in prep for the Xbox One X, and when I had it set up in the desk, it looked awesome, and the one I had next to it looked shit. So got another one to make it look smarter. Anyway, the monitor arrived, easy to set up, comes with obviously two HDMIs, comes with a 4K HDMI lead as well, has a DVI port, doesn't have an external speaker, so I've got it plugged into the soundbar at the moment. But what I did want to go across was obviously, is it 4K? Does the Xbox One X work on it? Does the PS4 Pro work on it? And yes, I can confirm they both do. After a panicked night about 2 nights ago, realizing that Assassin's Creed and just everything on the Xbox One X didn't actually look as good as I thought it would, I looked into the display settings, which I will show you in a minute, on how to change the display settings to make sure your monitor is 4K. So yeah, I had a panicked night. One night I was like, oh, Assassin's Creed doesn't look as good as I thought it would. Well, as I thought it did. So let's just change that. So yeah, the problem I had with these at first was that all these so-called 4K games didn't look as good as I thought they would. I kind of kept up the act of, oh, yeah, it looks sharper. It was running better. Don't get me wrong. But it just wasn't giving me that 4K wow that I thought I'd get. So I looked into the display settings, which I'll show right now. I looked into the display settings, as you can see, and it was displaying as 1080p. So I was like, oh, that's why it's not looking as good. So I went to run it on 4K, change it to 4K resolution, and I got all these errors saying, oh, your monitor your TV isn't a 4K. Your TV cannot run 4K, 50 Hz, 1K, anything to do with 4K basically. So I went into a panic thinking, have I bought the wrong monitor? Have I just wasted X amount of money on both these monitors? And then I was like looking at 4K HDR TVs, anything to try and fix what I'd done wrong. I then scoured the internet for reviews, couldn't find anything. I couldn't find anyone who would actually, I say I was a panicked search, but I couldn't find anyone that had actually done a review on it. Just people who had posted basically Samsung's demo video of the monitors with what details and what they did. But then I found a review on Google. It was more of a setup, talk through or typed review. I went through the review and it mentioned everything to do with 4K, and I felt a bit more like what have I done wrong then? Do I need to buy a new lead? Do I need look through this review, and it said 1.4 HDMI, 2.0 HDMI, DVI, and then I was thinking, why have they mentioned the 2.0 HDMI that is capable of 4K, etc.? Why have they mentioned that after the 1.4? So I thought, I'll try putting the HDMI into the second port. Done that, turned the Xbox on, checked the display settings, searched for 4K, boom, worked straight away. Everything came up green, obviously apart from HDR. But I have to say, I noticed a massive improvement straight away, and I was actually pleased with my purchase in the end. So kind of anyone scouring these monitors on the internet, I do want to say they work. They are 4K. They're not HDR. but if you want a HDR monitor, then if you've got the money for one, go buy one. But if you're a gamer who games on monitors, these are the monitors for you. Both work at 4K. PS4 Pro came up with the display settings as well. And as you can see, I'm not sure if this is actually coming at you in 4K, but I can tell you Assassin's Creed looks amazing. What is it? Shadow of War looked good. I haven't. NBA 2K looked really good. That's all I've played so far. But the one thing I had was the PS4 Pro didn't work through a HDMI 4K splitter, but the Xbox One did. So PS4 Pro has now been moved to this monitor with the PC plugged in as well in the HDMI one, and the Scorpio is plugged into its own one there. But yeah, I just wanted to cover that they both work in 4K. The Xbox One X looks great in it. The PS4 Pro I haven't really tested yet, but you know it's going to look good as well. Yes, they don't have HDR, but if you're like me and I weren't going to pay for HDR, these are the monitors for you. You want 4K, they look great in 4K. They're also just a really good monitor in general, and I'd highly recommend. If there's any questions, you guys just drop them in the comments. I'm happy to reply back. But yeah, I'll leave it as that. I will obviously I've showed you how to check if your monitor is 4K because I'm not sure if they change over automatically or not. So this is the best way to look as well. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.